Hello magale, I welcome you all to the Vedantu Karnataka. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಟೀಚರ್ ರಿತಿಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು 3 marks in question ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ PUC ಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. So am I audible and visible to everyone? Just give me 1 second. Let me check. Am I visible and audible to everyone? Yes. Yes. Let's start the class then. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ 3 marks in ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಫಸ್ಟ್ PUC ಇದು. ಓಕೆ, ನಾ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮದು 2 marks ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ PUC ಇದು. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಚೆಕ್ ದಟ್ ಔಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ I will clarify it. Okay, so let's start then. First question is about the some basic units. We'll start from some basic concepts of a chemistry, that is first chapter. So ee first PUC nalli niಮಗೆ actually bare one chapter mid terms nalli ide organic du ಮತ್ತೆ inorganic ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ physical ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, but organic is only having 2 chapters, that is organic chemistry ಒಂದು some basic techniques, ಇನ್ನು ಒಂದು chapter ಇರೋದು hydrocarbons, right? So only 2 chapters are there. For the midterm you have only one. Okay, so ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ನೇಮ್ಡ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅದಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಗೋ ಚೆಕ್ ದಟ್ ಔಟ್, ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಲೇಟರ್ ಆನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದೆನ್. ರೈಟ್ ಎನಿ 3 ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ಸ್. Solids have almost the fixed shape. Solids have a fixed shape. Solids have a fixed shape or a volume with the negligible compressibility, and liquids have a fixed volume but take a container's shape. ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಎದುರಾಗ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ ಬಾಟಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಾರಪ್ಪ, liquids. It doesn't have whatever the container may you will put it in, that only it's going to be the shape of that. So then afterwards solids exhibit the long range order. It exhibits what? Long range order, and liquids show the short range order. So the diffusion in solids is extremely slow, and then in liquids it is applicable. It's appreciable. Am I audible to everyone properly? Am I audible to everyone properly? Okay. Then next question. Mention the SI units for the electrical current, thermodynamic temperature and amount of substances. So what will be the answer? The electrical current, that is going to be the ampere, that is A, and thermodynamic temperature is going to be what? Kelvin, that is also considered as K. Okay, high. Amount of substances mole per mole. Okay, anything we can take it as mole also, we can take it per mole, liter also, and seconds also if we are going to calculate in the form of a time. Clear? Mrundal, sorry, I am not able to pronounce your name, but hi. Next, what is a density? Right, its mathematical expression and SI unit. What is the definition of a density? And idradu mathematical expression matte SI unit anna baribeku. So density is a mass per unit volume, that is going to be m divided by v. Density is equal to m divided by v. SI unit is going to be the kg per meter. Kg per meter. I'll write it once again here. Okay, kg per cube. This will be the unit. Let's start the next one. That is, write any 3 common scales to measure the temperature. That is going to be the Celsius nallinu calculate ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, Faraday ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ calculate ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಮತ್ತೆ Kelvin ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ calculate ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ತಿಳಿತಾ? ಸೊ ಈ 3 ತರದಿಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. Next, state the law of multiple proportion and explain it with an example. Multiple proportion andre enu? What is the law of multiple proportion? And we need to explain it with an example. Example anna explain ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿರೋದು 3 marks ಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ 3 marks 5 marks ಗೂ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಯಾವ ತರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು 5 marks ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಡಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 5 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿ Hi, money. Okay. So, ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ A1 ಸಬ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ B1 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸಬ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ 5 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಈ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ದ law of multiple proportion and explain it with an example. So what is the meaning of that? Whenever the two elements from more than one compound, the masses of one element that combine with the fixed mass of the other are in small whole number ratios, are all in the small whole number ratios, is called as what? It's called as law of multiple proportion. Ratio ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಹೋಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as law of multiple proportion. ಈ law of multiple proportion ನೀವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಲೋವರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿರಬಹುದು ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೇಮ್ ಲಾನ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರಿಬಹುದು, ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, okay, carbon monoxide, which is having in the ratio of 10:12:16, which is in the ratio of what? 12:16. Next afterwards, and CO2, which is in the 12:32. 12:32. So in between what happened now? 16:32. That will be how much? 16 ones are 16 twos are. Ones are twos are. What will be the ratio? 1.1:2. 1:2. Clear? So the next question. No? State the Gay-Lucas law. This is a short question, guys. Bala sala repeat agro question. Is sala change marona star color na? Yes. Short question, guys. ತಿಳಿತಾ? Gay-Lucas law of gaseous volumes. ಇದು ಭಾಳ ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಕ್ವಶನ್. 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಭಾಳ ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಭಾಳ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ದ Gay-Lucas law of a gaseous volume and explain with an example. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ T and P ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಎರಡು ಇದನ್ನಿರಬೇಕು, ಹೈ. So gaseous reacts or products which will combine in simple whole number volume ratios. In a simple whole number volume ratios. Simple whole number volume ratios ನಲ್ಲಿ combine ಮಾಡಿ. Example ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು? 2 volumes of H2. 2 volumes of H2 ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, or liquid form volume, sorry. ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ 1 mole of O2, 2 volumes of H2 and 1 volume of O2. I am from Bangalore. Is it same important questions for everyone? Yes, in whole Karnataka it is same only, and it's a NCERT, Rohit. It's same for whole India also, don't worry. Okay, so these questions will be repeated everywhere, don't worry about it. I'm not particularly telling to any of the things. Okay, so 1 volume of O2 and 2 volumes of steam Clear? So this all will combine and it will form what? Law of a gaseous volumes. Next one, write any 3 postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Most repeated. Okay, so how you can tell that matter consists of individual atoms, like atoms of an element are identical. Okay, are identical in mass and properties. Mass ಮತ್ತೆ identical mass ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತು properties ಸೇಮ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಟ್ವಿನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ವಿನ್ ಅದರದ್ದು ಮಾಸು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಬ್ಬರದು ಟ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಸೇಮ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿನೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೂ? ನಾನು ತಿಂತಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ತಿಂತೆ, ನಾನು ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಅದು ಊಟ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಡಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅದೇ ಡಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅಸ್ ಟ್ವಿನ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, so that is what it is happening, identical in mass and identical in the properties. These are the postulate, first one. Next comes the compounds from by a simple whole number combination of atoms, chemical reactions rearrange. It's visible? Yes. rearrange atoms without creating or destroying them. Without creating or destroying them means what? One atom is present and it's giving one electron to some other. Okay, one atom is giving some other, so that will be having a same thing. Yes, O2 example, let's take it as O2. O2, one oxygen, one more oxygen is combining together, right? Andre ಆ oxygen ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು oxygen ಎರಡು ಸೇಮೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It's not like one oxygen is small and one more oxygen is big, or it is having a more electron or one oxygen is having a less electron. No, it will be having a identical one. This was the postulates which was explained by whom? Dalton's atomic theory. Clear? Next one. Mention the 3 isotopes of carbon. What are the isotopes of a carbon? Like example, 12C, 13C and a radioactive 14C. 14C. These are the carbons which are very, very important. 3 isotopes of a carbon. Everyone needs to be very active in the class. I am not seeing any messages from anyone here. Come on. Next, write any 3 ways to express the amount of substances which is present in a solution. Which is actually present in a solution. Like example, molarity. Per mole. Mole per liter. Molality. Per mole per kg. So, ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊಲಾರಿಟಿ. ಮೊಲಾರಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಇರೋದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಲೀಟರ್, ಮಿಲಿಲೀಟರ್, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೊಲಾರಿಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಮೊಲಾಲಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆ ಜಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಕೆ ಜಿ ಪರ್ ಕೆ ಜಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊಲಾಲಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೆ ಜಿ, ಇದೇನಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆ ಜಿ ಅಂತ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದೇನಂದ್ರೆ ಲೀಟರ್ ಅಂತ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Yes, and mole fraction means what? Mass percentage and the volume percentage. So these are the 3 ways to express the amount of the substances which is present in the solution. Solution alli yav amount of solvent is present to, solute yav amount nalli present ide adan find madlikke ee 3 ways anna use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next question. What is the mole fraction and write its mathematical expression for a substances A dissolves in substances B and their number of moles are Na and Nb respectively. Na and Nb respectively. Yes. So, that mole fraction of A is equal to what? XA. We know number of moles of A divided by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Clear? Mole fraction is equal to what? Number of moles of A. If you're finding for the A will be at the numerator. If you're finding for the B will be at the numerator. Means accordingly it's going to change. And for the B, that's what I said you. That is, it is going to be numerator place what? NB. Ee tara irutte. Okay? I'll write it if you want. XA is equal to what? Na. Now we A find ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, right? So we are finding it for the A now. So we are going to be writing it as A. Na plus Nb. If in case we are finding good mole fraction of B, what will be that? Nb divided by Na plus Nb. So these are the things which you need to remember. Clear everyone? Clear? Yes. Hi Muhammad. Hi. Yes. Write any 3 observations. Next chapter is going to come what? That is going to be the structure of atom. Some basic concepts of chemistry. Nalli almost direct questions ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ questions ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದನಲ್ಲ ನಾನು, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ questions 5 marks ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ include ಆಗಬಹುದು. I'll give you people 5 marks question also separately. But make sure such questions, 3 marks questions, it will be like what? 80% chances ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ include ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So next chapter we are going to go, that is structure of atom. Write any 3 observations of Rutherford. Write any 3 observations of Rutherford alpha ray scattering experiment. So they told 3 observations which was done by a alpha ray experiment. So ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಪ್ಪ Rutherford in simple way ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ Rutherford ಒಂದು ಫಾಯಿಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡ, ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಫಾಯಿಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ, ಅಲ್ಫಾ ರೇ ಅನ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಫಾ ರೇ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ನಾವು? ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ whether it is going in which direction the rays are moving, that he wanted to see. So when the directions of the reactions are started moving randomly everywhere, but most probably in some at the middle part it started reflecting back. Some of the rays were reflecting back. Okay, why they were reflecting? Why? Because that was very empty space. That was having a very empty space. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು ಒಂದು ಏನೋ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೈಡ್ ಫುಲ್ ಜಾಗ ಖಾಲಿ ಇದೆ. Okay, it's empty space. After one orbit, after the nucleus, there is an empty space which is present. Like example, I'll tell you. So, this one nucleus, okay? This one do, one second. Okay, this is the nucleus, okay? This is protons, neutrons, this is all the empty space which is present. And these all are electrons. These all are electrons. Clear? These all are electrons. Clear? This is what it was explained by Rutherford's alpha ray. So I'll tell it here. You can concentrate. That is, most alpha particles pass the unreflected through the foil and a small fraction were deflected. That's what I told you people. At a small angle, and extremely few were deflected through a large angles or even rebonded. This is a short form, but they have told 3 observations. You can write it in this way also. Clear? Next question. Write any 3 properties of cathode ray. Write any 3 properties of cathode ray. How you can do it with the cathode ray. Now, travel in a straight line. Concentrate. It travels in a straight line and casts the sharp shadows like negatively charged and deflected by electric or magnetic field, and it produces fluorescence. It produces what? Fluorescence, and it can reduce or ionize the gases and heal the targets. Clear? Next question. Write any 3 properties of anode ray. Write any 3 properties of anode ray. So, yav tara question kelidare, cathode ray nu kelidare, anode ray nu kelidare. It means what? Avu ಎರಡನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಒಂದು question ಬೇಳಬಹುದು. ತಿಳಿತಾ? Be active in the chat box, everyone. Yes, write any 3 properties of anode ray. Consist of a positive ions. That is called as a anode ray means what? Positive ion. It is also called as a canal rays also. Means Rutherford explanation alli canal rays antanu use ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. Okay. This is the xeon. Okay. It is also, sorry, it is not xeon. It's a helium. It's a helium. Okay. Deflected oppositely to the cathode rays in the fields, and mass or a charge depend on the gas which has been used, and they produce the fluorescence or photoelectrical effect. Photochemical or fluorescent fluorescence or photochemical effects. Clear? Next question is, mention any 3 drawbacks of Rutherford's atomic model. Rutherford's atomic model. Now, whatever the electrons which are revolving around the nucleus should radiate and collapse. It should radiate and even it should collapse, right? So, and cannot explain the atomic line spectrum, cannot account for the stability and the energy levels of the electron. See, they are revolving. There is an atom, okay? Nucleus is there. Nucleus is there, okay? One more thing is there. These are the electrons which are revolving. This is the nucleus which is present, and these are the electrons which are revolving actually, okay? See, these electrons all are revolving and revolving. One or the other day they should come and collapse into the nucleus, right? They should all come and collapse into the nucleus. But no, there is not possibility of this thing happening, okay? So, ee tara enu agtilla. Collapse ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಎದಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಕೊಲಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ? Because they are just revolving. They are not losing any energy to go and collapse into the nucleus. Clear? That is what they have explained it. Next, write any 3 postulates of Rutherford's atomic model. Same question, it's been repeated. Make sure to practice it. It has been asked a lot of times because it has got repeated 2 times. Okay. Next, explain the hydrogen emission spectra. Explain the hydrogen emission spectra. Hydrogen emission spectra na channagi explain ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So now, whatever the excited H atoms emit the radiation at discrete wavelength, at a discrete wavelength has electron transition from higher to the lower energy. From higher level to the lower energy it's coming, okay? From higher energy to the lower energy it is coming. KLMN Kola Ma'am. I didn't understand. So, and electron transition from the higher to the lower energy level, giving the series such as Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, and Brackett, and Flood, and these are the reactions which are energy levels which are going to be forming. And this is very, very important question, guys. This is also most asked question. Okay. So make sure to practice this question also properly, everyone. Okay. Next comes right, means structure of atom nalli hydrogen emission do bada important idu. Okay. It's very, very important. Make sure to practice it very well. Hi Krishna, hi. Write any three postulates of Bohr's atomic model. ಈಗ Rutherford ಆಯ್ತು Bohr's atomic model ಬಗ್ಗೆ explain ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. First ಏನು electrons revolve in the certain stable orbits. It's travels in a stable orbits within the quantized angular momentum. That's going to be what? mvr is equal to nh2 pi. nh2 pi. Clear? Energy is quantized and no radiation is stationary state. No radiation in the stationary state, and the radiation is emitted or observed when the electrons jump between the levels with h nu is equal to E2 minus E1. Whenever the electrons are jumping in this formula, we can use it. With this formula, we can easily use it. Next question comes. Be active in the chat box, everyone. Understanding? Let's see. Put the fire emojis, everyone. Let's see. Come on. Come on, come on, fast. Next, write any three drawbacks of Bohr's atomic model. So, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಚಲೋ ಆಗಿದೇನೋ ಬರಿಬೇಕು, ಏನ್ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಬರಿಬೇಕು. So, write any three drawbacks which were failed. He told it, but it failed because of some scientific reasons. Okay. Fails that multiple electron atoms and the fine structure cannot explain the Zeeman-Strack effect. It cannot explain the Zeeman or Strack effect, or intensities like ignores the wave nature of the electrons. Wave nature ignore agutte according to the Bohr's. Means what? He told it will become, but it didn't happen. For that purpose, it is a drawback of a Bohr's. Means what? We are getting lots of drawbacks compared to the good things. This is what chemistry is. Okay. Next, write the significance of principal quantum number and azimuthal quantum number. Sure, short question, guys. Sure, short question. Please make sure to practice it very well. So, N indicates main energy level or a size and the energy. And second one is what? Azimuthal means it gives the subshell shape and the contributes to orbital angular momentum and the energy splitting within the shell. Energy splitting will be within the shell. Clear? So, this is also a definition of a principal quantum number and azimuthal quantum number. Make sure to practice it. Ordinarily, ಒಂದಂತೂ sure short ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Clear? Next, what is meant by Strack effect and Zeeman effect? ಈಗ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ Zeeman ಮತ್ತು Strack effect. ಬೋಹರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರಾಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಏನು? ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರನ್ ಲೈನ್. ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರನ್ ಲೈನ್ in an external electrical field. In an external electrical field is called as what? Strack effect. Is called as what? Strack effect. What is the meaning of Zeeman effect? Splitting or shift of spectral lines in external magnetic field. In external magnetic field is called as Zeeman effect. Is called as what? Zeeman effect. Next, what are the significance of principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number and the magnetic quantum number? Okay, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಇದೆ? ಅಜಿಮುಥಾಲ್ದು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇದು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಓಕೆ, so N gives the shell size and the energy, I gives the subshell and the shape and the contributes to energy splitting, Ml gives the orientation of a orbital in space and the number of the orbitals in a subcells. In the subcells, number of the orbitals in the subcells. This is very, very important, guys. It has been repeated a lot of times. Okay, ಬಹಳ ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದು. ಯಾಕೆ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಕ್ವಶನ್. Next, what does electromagnetic spectrum represent? The electromagnetic spectrum with respect to frequency and wavelength. With respect to what? Frequency and the wavelength. Concentrate. arrangement of an electromagnetic radiation arrangement ಮಾಡ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅದರದು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿದು ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವೇವ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಬ್ಡಾ from the radio waves, that is going to be low means V, long means lambda. Okay, so this is going to be the microwave, then IR, then the visible, then UV comes, then X-rays and gamma rays and high V, short lambda. So this is very important guys. Idanantu short illa full question anta heltilla, but this is very important. Okay, this is important. They might ask it as the MCQ also. In the form of a MCQ also, they might ask this. Clear? Electromagnetic spectrum and represent the electromagnetic spectrum with respect to the frequency and the wavelength. This is very important. This thing, okay, which I have put it in the box. This is very important. Yav level ellel barutte. First microwaves barutte, amel IR, amel visible, UV, X-ray, gamma rays, high V, short lambda. Clear? So this all things you people need to practice it from the structure of an atom. Clear? Third chapter we are going to go, that is classification of elements and periodicity in the properties. So each chapter start ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ನಿಮಗೊಂದು ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು. ಓಕೆ, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಅದು? ಹಾಯ್ ಸನು. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಯ್ ಸನು, ಹಾಯ್ ಮುರುಲ್ಧರ, ಹಾಯ್, please be active in the class. Just don't come and watch the class and go and later on just download the PDF. You people need to be very active in the class, then only I'm going to get it, right? Let's start now. Next one, that is classification of elements. First question is, state the Mendel's periodic law. So Mendel's periodic law is very famous, I can tell you. Okay, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ 20s ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಒಂದು ಸಾಂಗ್ಸ್, ಅಮಿತಾಬ್ ಬಚ್ಚನ್ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಈ ವರ್ಜನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಯಾವ್ದು ಹನಿ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದ ನಡುವು, ಹನಿ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ 2010 to 15 ಆ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹನಿ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದ. ಹನಿ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಬಂದ, ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ಕಾರ್ತಿ, ಹಾಯ್. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ನು ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹನಿ ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಯಾರು ಬಂದ್ರು, ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಹಾಕೋಂತಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸಿಂಗರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಹಾಕೋತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಏನು, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಥರ ಸಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಪ್ಪ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ನಾ ಹೋಗಿ ಜೆನ್ಸೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾರ ನಿಮಗೇನೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಸಾಂಗ್, ಹಳೇ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಪ್ಪ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಳೇ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಮನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಯು ಮನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಹಳೆ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾ ಹಳೆ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಇದು ಯಾವ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ಪ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಏನು ತಿಳಿತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಇದು ಮೆಂಡಲಿಸನು ಅದೇ ಥರ ಫೇಮಸ್ಸು. ಓಕೆ, ಮೆಂಡಲಿಸನು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಇದ್ದ. ಎದಕ್ಕಂದರೆ ಅವನ್ನೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಪಿರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನು. ಓಕೆ, ಅವನಿಂದನೇ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಿರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಟೇಬಲ್, how it's been introduced. We can easily write the reactions also very well. Okay, first question start madona, 3 marks though. State Mendel's periodic law. State the Mendel's periodic law. And second question was what were the two criteria where it has been used the Mendel's to classify the elements in his periodic table. Properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic masses. Atomic masses andre enu, massu. I want everyone to be active in the class itself. Bangli song ma'am, bangari bangari ಒಂದು ಸಾಂಗ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಂಗಾರಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಜಿಂಕೆ ಮರೀನಾ. ಸೊ ಈ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾರಾ? ಸೊ ಜಿಂಕೆ ಮರಿ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಫೇಮಸ್. ನಾನು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಜಿಂಕೆ ಮರಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಜಿಂಕೆ ಮರಿನೇ, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಜಿಂಕೆ ಮರಿನೇ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲಿಸನ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೋ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಗೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಚೆಕ್ ದಟ್ ಸಾಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ, 2 criteria ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮೆಂಡೆಲಿಸ್ ಪಿರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಲಾ ಮೇಲೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಟೋಮಿಕ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ whatever the increasing atomic mass. మీకు periodic table ಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿರಬಹುದು, ಮಾಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಕ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಕ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಳಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? and similarly in properties or valency to the place elements into the groups and periods, leaving gaps for the undiscovered elements. What he did, he told that according to the atomic mass, we will start arranging the elements. Okay. So, yav ellel namaga anistade alla iltardu irbekamba element anta ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗ ಬಿಡೋಣ ಯಾವ್ದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋಣ. So that was the idea of what? Who's Mendelis. He did a very smart work. So you people also need to do the smart work, then only you can pass first year. Clear? Yes. Yes. I want everyone to be active. Come on. Tell Rithika Ma'am in the chat box. Let's see. Tell. Yes. Next question. Define ionization enthalpy. Define the ionization enthalpy. This is also important. I am putting the star mark here because this is very, very important question. Okay. So here you can check it out. And how does it vary across the period and give reason. How it will across the period, how it will vary. That example you people need to tell. Now energy required to remove the most loosely bound electron from a gaseous atom to form what? To form the cation. To form what? Cation. So generally increases left to right due to the increasing effective nuclear charge and decreasing atomic radius. Atomic radius will be decreasing, and whatever the increasing effective nuclear charge will be there, that all will be increasing. From how? From left to right. From left to right it will be increasing. Clear? ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಟು ರೈಟಾ, ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಲೆಫ್ಟಾ, ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ಇವನಂತೂ ಒಟ್ಟು ಮರಿಬೇಡಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. what factors affect the atomic radius of an element, and explain with the example. With the example you need to explain it. Now effective nuclear charge, that is about number of the shells. So how many number of the shells are present? Like n. Example means what? N. N is the number of the shells and the shielding by. It's shielding by what? Inner electrons. It is shielding by what? Inner electrons. Shielding by inner electrons. And bonding type. Example what we can take? Across a period. Okay. Period is across the colonna. Ali sodium in the chloride. Okay. Sodium in the chloride. And the radius will start decreasing. Has the Z effective will start increasing. Means what? Whatever the atomic radius is there, that will start increasing. Okay. And the anions larger than the parent atoms due to the electron repulsion. Due to what? Electron repulsion. Concentrate everyone. I want activeness in the chat box. Come on. Tell yes to everyone. Yes anta heli niಮಗೆ understand agre. Hi Ravichandran. Come on, who has not given the attendance? Come on, give the like button. Hit the like button fast and give your attendance. Let me check how many people are watching the class. Whoever watches the class, I want a like button. Fast. Next question. Explain the trend in the electron gain enthalpy across a period in the periodic table. Give the example to illustrate it. Okay. It becomes more negative across a period has Z effective increases. It becomes more negative across a period. Period across ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಹಾಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ because Z effective will start increasing. It will start increasing. Do second PUC. Yes, I am doing second. Oh. Ravichandran second PUC already ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಹೋಗಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ. You need to go and check, no? So, an example we can take it as what? Carbon to oxygen. Carbon to oxygen. I am not understood your teaching. I'm not understood your teaching. I'm not teaching. I'm giving you the questions. Please check it properly. You'll understand it. Okay. Show less negative values. It is having what? Less negative values due to the stable configuration. It is having what? Stable configuration. And the halogens have highly negative values. Halogen is having what? Highly negative values. Okay. And the chloride more negative than the fluoride. Due to the less electron repulsion. Electron repulsion completely kadame agutte. Kadame irutte electron repulsion. Yes, what you didn't understand, Krishna? Tell me first. What topic you didn't understand? I'll repeat it. Next comes Next comes the discuss the importance of the electronegativity in the predicting the polarity or reactivity of a elements. Illustrate with the example. So ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದರದ್ದು electronegativity predicting ಮಾಡಬೇಕು polarity ಮತ್ತೆ reactivity ಗೆ. Okay, so come on, tell me now how many people knows this answer. Differences in the electronegativity predicts bond polarity. It predicts what? Bond polarity ಅನ್ನ predict ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ತರ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಮೊದಲೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, and ionic or covalent character. Ionic or covalent character, whether it is a ionic or whether it is going to be the covalent, you people need to tell. Ionic andre enu? Ionic andre it is very strongest method. Okay, strong ಆಗಿ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ionic ಅನ್ನ ಬಹಳ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇರೋದು ಫುಲ್ ಲೂಸ್. ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ 3 ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ 3 ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡು ಆ ಇಬ್ರು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾರೆ, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅನ್ನ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ? ಸಾರಿ, why you are telling sorry? You need to tell what concept you didn't understand. I'll explain it. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಅಯೋನಿಕ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ? Guiding the reactivity and acid base behavior clear? Acid base behavior, example what we can take it, HF highly polar. HF is going to be what? Highly polar, and NaCl largely ionic and higher electronegativity, that is correlates with the oxidizing power, that is Cl2 is greater than the Br2. Cl2 is greater than the Br2. Clear? Next question. Okay, define electronegativity. How does the electronegativity relate to metallic and non-metallic property? How it will react to metallic and non-metallic character? Before question you didn't understand, just tell me the question, Kappa. I'll explain. So define the electronegativity and tendency of an atom concentrate. This is most repeated question, guys. Bala sala repeat agiro question. Electronegativity ಅಂತ ಏನಂತ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬಹಳ ಸಲ ಕೇಳಿರೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಓಕೆ, next, tendency of an atom in a molecule to attack shared electrons, which has a low electronegativity. It has a very low electronegativity which corresponds to the metallic character, that is electron donors, and high electronegativity to non-metallic character, that is called as what? Electron acceptor. Electron acceptor ಮತ್ತೆ electron donor. Donor ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Electronegativity will correspond to the metallic character. Corresponds to the metallic ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? ಡೋನರ್ ಅಂತ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾನ್ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೋನರು, ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡೋನರು, ನಾನ್ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟರ್. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟರ್. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, which question? Tell me, Krishna. Give reasons is IE, ionization energy of sodium is ionization energy of a magnesium. Second one is what? Electronegativity decreases down to the group. How the electronegativity will start decreasing. Now sodium has lower Z effect. Sodium is having how much? Very low Z effect and the larger radius than the Mg. Sodium is having larger radius than the Mg. Clear? Understood? Next. So its first ionization energy is smaller. First ionization energy is going to be small, and slowly it will start increasing. Okay. Now down to the group. What is happening down to the group? From top to down you are going to come like this. Okay. From top to down. From the periodic table, ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Down to the group, atomic size and the shielding increases. Shielding will start increasing and reducing the attraction for bonding electrons. Okay. So the electronegativity will start decreasing. Clear? Clear everyone? Electronegativity will start decreasing. Next question. A metal X is the first group of the periodic table, and for what will be the formula of its oxide, what will be the formula of its chloride, and what is its valency, in which period and group would you separately accept the parents group to have greatest metallic character and largest atomic size. This was actually asked in 5 marks in the form of A and B. This will be 3 marks and 2 marks. So, ಈ 3 marks ಗೆ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ 3 marks ಗೆ 3 questions ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Be active in the chat box, everyone. Let's see. Come on. Yes. So, first answer in ಬರುತ್ತೆ metal X is the first group of a periodic table ಅಂದ್ರೆ what will be the formula of its oxide? It will be what? X2O. Second question is what? What will be the formula of its chloride? XCl. So, ಯಾವುದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೋಬಹುದು? X, HCl. Hydrogen ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, okay? Hydrogen, H2O, HCl. In this way also you can take it. Clear? Clear, understood? Yes. So, valency 1. So, what they have asked, valency is 1 and the greatest metallic character and the largest atomic size at the bottom left. Bottom left in the greatest atomic size matte atomic character irutte. Okay. Next, group 1 highest period number. Example, we can take it as cesium. That is CS. CS. Understanding? Next, what is a group of a periodic table and in which part of the periodic table would you accept elements to have the greatest metallic character and the largest atomic size? Atomic size ಮತ್ತೆ metallic character ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಆಯ್ತಾ. So group is a vertical column of elements with the similar valence electron configuration. Valence electron ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ similar ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Valence electron will always be similar. Okay. Now, first one what they have asked, the greatest metallic character ಯಾವುದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ. Okay. Greatest metallic character at bottom left is group 1, that is lower periods, and the largest atomic size also is going to be from the bottom left. From the bottom left. Clear? Clear? Next, give one example for each of the following. Basic oxide andre oxygen irlebeku, adike oxide anta karitare. So these are the both N2O and CaO, that is calcium oxide and sodium oxide. Acidic acid andre enu? CO3 sulfate, P2O5, that is phosphate oxide, phosphorus oxide. Okay. Next, neutral oxide andre CO or N2O. CO or N2O. Be active in the chat box, everyone. Next, give any 3 drawbacks of octet rule. Octet rule, this is very important, guys. Drawbacks of octet rule, and octet rule means what? Wherever the last orbital, it needs to have 8 electrons. Okay, if it is having 8 electrons, it has completed its octet. If it doesn't have 8 electrons, it doesn't complete its octet. Means what? It is not acting like a Ambani's. Ambani's are yaro? Ambani's are noble gas. Aita? Give any 3 drawbacks of octet rule, that is fails to explain the odd electron species. Odd electron species anna explain madlik agilla. Octet rule odd electron species anna explain madlik agilla. Example yav tagobodappa eno. So it incompletes the octet, like example BF3. Itradu incomplete madilla. And expanded the octets, example PCl5 or CSF6. PCl5 or SF6. It does not address the shapes and bond energies or dative or metallic bonding. So this is the 3 drawbacks of an octet rule. Clear, everyone? Clear? Understanding? Understanding, everyone? Next, calculate the formal charge of oxygen atoms in the ozone. So, in the ozone, we need to explain about the formal charge of an oxygen atom. Okay. So, with resonance structure, with the help of the resonance structure, oxygen single bond, oxygen double bond O, and the charges will be what? -1, +1 and 0. -1, +1 and 0 across the atoms, and the terminal O has minus 1 by 0 in a canonical forms, and the average formal charge per oxygen is how much? Minus 1 by 3 to plus 1 by 3 and 0 across the positive, giving the net 0 overall. Net completely net 0 gogodu overall. Okay. Next question. Write any three misconceptional associated with the resonance. So resonance structures are not equilibrium with each other. These are not at all equivalent with each other. And the molecule weight does not have oscillate between forms. But it is a hybrid. It is a hybrid individual where canonical forms may not satisfy the octet and the charges, yet the real structure has a averaged properties. It has a average properties. Okay, so this is also important, means they have asked this question in the question mark, in the question paper. Okay, so next is write the three postulates of VSEPR. Short guys, short. Okay, short question. No? Yes. This is also VSEPR is chemical bonding in the 100% question. Okay, VSEPR theory and channag practice madi. Not only in the 3 marks they will be asking it, they will be asking it in the 5 marks also in the form of a parts. In the form of a parts they will be asking it. So electron pairs, that is bonding and lone repel and the rearrange to the minimize repulsion order, that is lone pair is greater than lone pair BP minus BP. So this will be the geometry, depends on the steric number. It depends on the steric number with multiple bonds and counted has a one reason, but exciting and creating greater repulsion than the single bonds. Clear? Understanding? Next. What are the silent features of hybridization? Silent features of a hybridization. Hybridization short question. Okay. Hybridization mali ಒಂದಾದ್ರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ 2 question 100% ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ. 2 stars ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 2-3 ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದು. 3 stars ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಿದ್ದೇ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ 100% ಶೋರ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಿದ್ದೇ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, mixing of equivalent atomic orbits on the same atom forms the equivalent hybrid orbitals. It forms what? Equivalent hybrid orbitals will be formed, and the number of the hybrids equals to the number of the orbitals mixed. Hybrids have a specific geometry and directional character maximum to the bond strength. Okay. Next question, what are the important conditions for the hybridization? Yes, hybridization important conditions yavadappa. So orbitals should be close in energy and belong to the same atom. Like example, we have taken it as O2. Okay, O2 na ತಗೊಂಡಿವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು oxygen ಎರಡದು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. I can't take like one oxygen and one hydrogen. I can't take like that. It should be having a same atom. Clear? And promotion may be required. Achieve correct count. Effective if orbitals overlap to form a sigma bonds. If it is overlapping to form a sigma bonds and results in a stable geometry. If it's forming a sigma bonds, it will be having a stable geometry. Okay, stable geometry on the tetrahedral. If in case sp3, sp2, sp3d2. So our hybridization prakara athar naming anna baribeku. Aita? So come on, be active in the chat box. Understanding everyone? Tell yes. Next, explain hybridization in PCl5. Idantu bala sala keliro question. PCl5 do short I can tell you people. PCl5 ಅಂತೂ short ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇಗೆ phosphorus attack ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು. Okay. Central P uses sp3d hybridization. It uses sp3d hybridization. Means what? The P which is at the center. This P 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cl. Okay. Oh shit. Yes. Cl. Concentrate here. This is the structure. Okay. So this is a bipyramidal geometry with the 3 equilateral and TWD axial PCl bonds. Clear? You should remember PCl5 andre enu sp3 hybridization matte trigonal bipyramidal geometry. It's having what? Trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Come on, message in the chat box, then only I'm going to get it. Krishna, your doubt is clear? Yes, according to the molecular orbital theory, what are the conditions for the combination of atomic orbitals? Combination of an atomic orbitals. So, comparison energies, wherever the proper symmetry or orientation for the overlap, significant spatial overlap leading to the bonding or anti-bonding MOS. Bonding ante anti-bonding. So, you already kaltirtira hybridization nalli. First barate alpha, bonding, okay? First amel barate bonding alpha S, P, anything you can take, okay? Anti-bonding as a star baratappa, okay? It will become what? Star will be coming. This is called as anti-bonding. Normally it is called as bonding. Clear? Next. With the help of the molecular orbital theory, show that helium does not exist. Helium He2 does not existing. So He2 should have configuration of sigma S2, sigma 1 star 2. This is anti-bonding, okay? That is what called as anti-bonding. So, and bond order is going to be what? NB minus Na, you know already. NB minus Na divided by 2. That is the bond angle. We need to substitute A and B value now there, okay? That is going to be 2 minus 2 divided by 2. That will be 0. Hence, the no net bonding and molecule is been not stable. Clear? With the help of the molecular orbital theory, show that O2 is a paramagnetic in nature. Most repeated question, guys. Such questions will be asked a lot, okay? So, O2 has a configuration of what? This is the O2's configuration, which you people need to write it accordingly to the drawing the diagram. Okay, you know already how to draw the diagrams if you have studied. Okay, if you have studied. With two unpaired electrons in the degenerate pi star 2p orbital, where the presence of unpaired electrons makes O2 has a paramagnetic, which is making paramagnetic where pi star 2p antibonding of pi 2p orbitals, which has a presence of an unpaired electron pi star 2p nal ide. Adra salvagi O2 paramagnetic agi act madutte. Clear? Understood? Next chapter comes the thermodynamics. Next chapter will come what? Thermodynamics. Understanding? Clear till here, everyone? Clear? Yes. Write the relationship between delta H and delta U for the following. That is N2G. They will give the equation. You people need to write the answers for them. Okay. Next, these are the expression for the maximum work done when N moles of an ideal gas are expanded isothermally and reversibly from V1 to V1 to where? V2. Okay. So here also W max is equal to what? Integration of V1, which is getting converted to V2, and P excited, that is dV, is equal to integration of V1 to V2. Same, nRT divided by V. dV is equal to minus nRT. We can write Faraday also here. Okay. Define the following terms: thermochemistry, enthalpy of a reaction, standard heat of a reaction. This they might ask for 3 marks also and 2 marks also. Okay. 3 marks question nalli means 5 marks nalli no include madkobodu idana. Has A and B. Okay. Next one. Define the following terms: heat of the reaction. They told to define the heat of the reaction, heat of formation and standard heat of formation. So thermal effect of accompanying a reaction under the specified condition is called as heat of the reaction. Is called as what? Heat of the reaction. Enthalpy change when 1 mole of a compound forms from elements in their standard states. In the standard state is called as what? Heat of formation. Heat of formation. Last one comes standard heat of formation, that is same at the standard conditions, like example 1 bar 298 Kelvin. It is also written as 25 degrees Celsius. I am just converting and telling you. Okay. This is also important. Next, define the following terms like enthalpy of vaporization, enthalpy of sublimation, enthalpy of transition. And if this all are the definitions, here they might ask the definitions also like change in enthalpy of sublimation. Such questions also they will be asking. In case we are mentioned as change, you just need to mention delta. Okay, LL delta ಆಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಈ ತರ. These are all change. Okay, these are all called as change. Be active in the chat box, guys. Next one, explain the terms heat of the reaction at constant pressure Cp and heat of the reaction at constant volume Cv. How are they related? How are they related? Now Qp is equal to what? Delta H, and Qv is equal to what? Delta U, which is being related what? Delta H is equal to delta U plus delta N GRT. This is important. This formula is important. Okay. This is how the gas phase reactions is going to happen. Next, describe the measurement of the delta U by bomb calorimeter. By a bomb calorimeter, you can explain it. Next, state Hind's law and constant heat simulation and explain some of its important applications. Some of its important applications you people need to explain. This is also most repeated, guys. Question. Next. Total enthalpy change in the path independent and equals to the sum over steps. And applications is going to be what? Determining the heats of the formation or combustion at a measurable directly, which are going to be the measurable directly. And lattice enthalpies like Born-Haber, like example we can give it as Born-Haber, and reaction enthalpies with cycle constructions. Clear? Next, predict the slip of time. Predict the flexibility of reaction when both delta H and delta C increases. Delta S and delta H both increasing. Both delta H and delta S decreases. Delta H increases and delta S decreases. Adraddella reasons hebeko. Okay. Enaguttappa first one no? You can check. Spontaneous at high T, that is D delta S is dominates. T delta S is dominating. Okay. Second one is what? Both delta H and delta S decreases. Delta H and delta S so decrease agu time dalli spontaneous low agutte. It will become low T and it is going to be what? Negative delta H dominates. Negative delta H dominates. Clear? Understanding? Never spontaneous, that is delta G is greater than 0 for all T. For all T, delta G is going to be the greater than the 0. Next comes the last chapter, that's going to be the organic chemistry, some basic principles and techniques. Idra baggene ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು ನಾನು. ಇದು organic chemistry ಒಂದೇ chapter ನಿಮಗೆ midterms ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. Okay. So ನಿಮ್ಮ final exam ಗೂ ಬರೀ 2 chapters ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರೋದು. That is hydrocarbons and this one. Okay. Next, mention any 3 types of organic reactions, that is substitution, addition, elimination reactions. Other include the rearrangements and the oxidation reduction position. Oxidation means loss of electron, reductions means gain of the electron. That is what explanation is being done in the substitution, addition, elimination reaction. ಆ ಮೂರು ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಮೂರು ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Understood? So this is like named reaction, I can tell you. Okay, this is the fixed sure short question which they will be asking it, like SN1 and SN2 reactions. Okay, we'll discuss that also. Mention any 3 types of separating techniques. With the separating techniques which we can use it. First one is what? Distillation. This is also what? Simple and fractional distillation. In distillation we have 2 types. One is simple and one more is what? One more is fractional distillation. Okay. Solvent extraction, that is separatory funnel, it is having a separatory funnel, and the chromatographic, that is paper and a thin layer. Ivella neevu lab nalli maadabohudu. I think already ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿರಬಹುದು. Okay, it is a laboratory processes which you people might have done it. Next, write any 3 difference between the inductive effect and electromeric effect. Most repeated question, guys. 3 star ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Sure short. Okay, inductive ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Permanent through It is a permanent through alpha bond polarization, sorry, sigma bond polarization. And electromeric is a temporary complete transfer of pi electron. Temporary agi pi electron hogutte. Clear? During the attack. And what is the meaning of inductive? It starts decreasing. It will start decreasing with distance. With the distance, it will start decreasing. So, and the electromeric operates only during the reactions. Only during the reactions it will. Okay. And inductive weak means what? Electromeric stronger but momentary. Stronger but it will be momentary. Okay. Next, give the brief classification of organic compounds. Okay, brief classification of an organic compounds. Organic compounds andre enu? Come on, chat box nalli yavadu organic compounds? Which are organic compounds? Acyclic, that is also called as open chain, and cyclic is including what? Homocyclic, that is also called as alicyclic. And aromatic benzonoid, aromatic ಮತ್ತೆ alicyclic ಅವೆರಡು ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇದನ್ನ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬಹಳ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? So next, and heterolytic, that is going to be what? Functional group classes like hydrocarbons, alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, acids and amines. So ನೀವು next year ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲಿತೀರಾ. alcohols ಕಲಿತೀರಾ, aldehydes ಕಲಿತೀರಾ, ketones ಕಲಿತೀರಾ, ಮತ್ತೆ amines ಕಲಿತೀರಾ. hydrocarbons ಇದೇ ವರ್ಷ ಕೇಳಿತೀರಾ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತೀರಾ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನೇ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next, give a general formula for aliphatic monohydric alcohol and aliphatic ketones and aliphatic amines. So first one is what? CnH2n plus 1 OH. Second is going to be what? CnH2nO with RCOR dash, and primary amine like CnH2n plus 3n, that is going to be RnH2. Clear? Next comes write molecular formula for the first three members of a homogeneous series of alcohols. First one is what? Methanol, that is going to be CH3OH, and then the ethanol, that is C2H5OH, and the propanol, that is C3H7OH. These are the things which you people need to remember. Molecular formulas means e type of questions ana kelbodu. Type of questions. Okay. Next, define RF value. Write the short note on a paper chromatography. Paper chromatography ಮತ್ತೆ RF value ಅನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪೇಪರ್ ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಅದನ್ನು 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಬರೀ ಪೇಪರ್ ಕ್ರೊಮ್ಯಾಟೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಅಂತಾನು 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ ಎವ್ರಿವನ್. ಓಕೆ. Next question is, how will you prepare Lessing's extract? How will you detect the presence of halogen atom in an organic compound? Asked, most asked short question guys. ಭಾಳ ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಮತ್ತೆ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಇದನ್ನ. ಸೊ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ. Fuse organic sample with the clean sodium to form what? Sodium salts. To form what? Sodium salts, which will boil the extract with the water. Completely sodium soil indela salt enidella adnu water jode react ಮಾಡಿ means extract ಮಾಡಿ gets the what? Lessing's filtrate, and then halogens acidify with HNO3, which will acidify with the HNO3, and add the HAgNO3 and AgCl white, which with the help of the AgBr pale yellow, AgL yellow. These are the things which we will get it as the form of a product. Clear? Next, explain the principle and calculation involved in the estimation of a carbon in the organic compound. Most repeated question guys. Here the 3 marks go. 3 marks ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸು ಬಹಳ ಕಡೆ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ. ಓಕೆ. How is the nitrogen determined? When the qualitative by Kilgel's method, okay, digest with the concentrated concentrated H2SO4 plus the catalyst to convert the nitrogen to NH4 nitrogen in the convert ಮಾಡಬೇಕು NH4 to SO4 ಗೆ convert ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then we will neutralize it with alkali with the distill NH3 into known H2SO4. With the known H2SO4, that is going to be back titrate excess acid, that is percent nitrogen. How much is going to be 1.4 into Na acid, nitrogen acid, into V acid, V base, into equivalent factor divided by max. This will be the formula which we are going to use it. Come on. Let's see who is going to message in the chat box now. Come on. Next, how is the nitrogen determined qualitative by Doomer's method? Doomer's method ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಗಪ್ಪ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Okay, qualitatively. Next, how is the halogen determination qualitatively by Karras method? This is also important. Okay. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಹಳ ನಿಮಗೆ ಥೆರಾಟಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಾ ಥೆರಾಟಿಕಲ್ಗಿಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವು ಬಹಳ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ನಾವು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್, ಇದು ಫುಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? tell in the chat box hi. Yes. Explain or during Kejel's estimation 0.5 gram of sample gave NH3 neutralized by 8 ml of a NMH2SO4. Find the percentage of nitrogen. So you should use the formula and directly you can find the percentage of it. Next comes in Karras method. 5 gram of organic compound gave 0.12 gram of AgBr. They have told to find the percentage of bromine. So you need to just use it. Percentage of bromine is equal to 0.12. They have given it already. Into 79.9, that is the atomic mass, divided by 187.8 divided by 0.15, which they have given the organic compound. So direct calculator nalli use ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಡಮ್ಮಸ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ 0. ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಮ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಪೀಪಲ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಯಾವ ಕಂಪೌಂಡು ಹೇಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ ಥರ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫುಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನಿಂದ ಅಂದರೆ ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾ ಈಗ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Make sure you people will practice such problems also, and I have given you all the 3 marks questions to you people, and almost most repeated, but I have taken this all questions from Jeevit Publishing, MTG, so such very good books I have collected them and I have brought it to you people. Andre nimage easy agutte. One day stretch nalli 2 marks yav tara questions keltare, 3 marks yav tara questions keltare, numerical problems yav tara questions keltare, avella questions nimage easy agutte ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಪೀಪಲ್. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಪ್ಪ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಓದಬೇಕಂತ ತಿಳಿತಿಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ 1 hour ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿದರೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ PDF ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೋಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ PDF ಅನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕುಂತು ಹೋದರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಅಷ್ಟು ದಿನದಲ್ಲೇ ನೀವು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು 35 to 40. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕುಂತು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ 50+ surely you people will score it. Make sure you people will practice it very well. Practice makes the person perfect, so you people need to do that. Okay, so in other doubt you people can ask it in the comment box. Till then, see you everyone.